Now, we have all heard those rumors about Kim and Drake smashing on the low, and it looks like Kanye West is over it because sources close to him are saying that he always knew that Kim was desperate for Drake's attention, and he's relieved that he no longer is married to her. And judging by how Kim has been acting out recently and doing the most to get Drake to notice her, it makes sense that Kim has a really weird obsession with him. So, what did Kanye reveal about Kim and Drake's weird situationship? And what did Kim do this time that has millions convinced that she's down bad with Drake? Okay, so rumors of Kim hooking up with Drake have been going around the internet for years, but it recently resurfaced again after a video went viral of Drake snubbing Kim at one of his concerts. In the video, Kim was looking all seductive while waiting for a hug or some kind of acknowledgement, but Drake just walked right past her. Now, this wouldn't have been such a big deal if there wasn't already messy drama involving Kim, Kanye, and Drake. So do y'all remember back in 2018, Drake name-dropped Kim in his hit song In My Feelings that had the lyrics, "Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me." Yeah, you know the song. For those of y'all who didn't know, Kiki is actually Kim's nickname, and that pissed Kanye off, and he ran Instagram, put Drake on blast for intentionally making people think that he and Kim had something going on.
What I'm looking for my spirit to take accountability is the fact that it's people making rumors or thinking that you fuck my wife and you're not saying nothing and you carrying it like that don't sit well with my spirit. You know, if I had a girlfriend from Chicago, her name was Renita, and then you was married to Rihanna, I wouldn't make no song called Riri. So when you're like, oh, I don't know where it come from, you too smart for that, bro. You know where that come from. Don't make no record with nothing that could be confused.
He also told Nick Cannon, another one of Kim's exes, to back off from ever mentioning Kim's name in literally every single episode of his podcast, after Nick Cannon suggested that Drake may have smashed Kim.
What did you think of Kanye ending the Drake and Pusha feud with that tweet?
That shit was whack. I was so into...
I think Drake smashed Kim K, no cap.
Come on, man. Let's stay on topic.
That ain't that far off of a concept. Like, why would we not say the obvious shit?
This is as a fan, just stepping back. There's something...
Talk, my nigga.
Something real personal Drake holds over that whole family. That he like, y'all don't want me to let this out.
Exactly. And I always think about it. Who does Kanye West care about in the world beside himself?
Kim also clapped back at the speculations by simply saying, "Never happened, end of story."
First of all, I want to address Nick Cannon. Like, I understand that you used to date my wife, but, you know, you get in an interview, don't mention my wife. If someone brings my wife up, you say, hey, I respect that man. I'm not speaking on that. Don't be making no suggestions like nobody fuck my wife.
DJ Academics then added much more fuel to the fire when he alleged that Drake was planning to expose his relationship with Kim on his diss track against Pusha T. But the track got scrapped because Pusha pretty much won the feud when he exposed Drake for having an unclaimed child with a porn star on the song Story of Adi Don. DJ Academics was quoted saying, "Let's keep it real. We all believed that Drake was gonna expose that he smashed Kim Kardashian on that diss song to Pusha T that never dropped. But we all know that Drake is petty as hell. And if anything, Kanye being upset was just motivation for him to do more." Drake went on to annoy Kanye more when he referenced the fact that he lived just one block away from Kim's house in his song with Travis titled Sicko Mode. The lyrics read, "I crept down the block, made a right, cut the lights, paid the price."
Where Drake is like, you know, I never fucked Kim. But I was like, but you acted like you did. You got bars that's like Hidden Hills, give your wife the chills. You doing all kind of, it's like somebody throwing a marble and hiding their hand or something like that. It's like all that's disrespectful.
Y'all actually had this conversation?
We had this conversation. And this is all, and to the point where Kim be like, I don't listen to this nigga no more. This nigga acting like he fucked. And like, we ain't never really, like, we never really had that conversation. Like, oh, I never fucked Kim, right?
And even though Kanye initially came to Kim's defense, now that he has divorced her, he's backtracking and exposing her for always being obsessed with Drake. But Kim isn't letting up either, as she clapped back at Kanye for shaming her about Drake. She said, like, he's made up the most insane narrative about me and the tape, and we stayed silent through all the lies, all the stuff.
He was the one that started a rumor that said I was hooking up with Drake, having an affair, our whole marriage. She accused me of that publicly. So the person that's supposed to protect me the most publicly would accuse me of having an affair throughout our whole marriage.
Ciao. But fans were quick to call out Kim for lying, and they had the receipts to prove it. Yeah, maybe Kanye had something to do with the hookup rumors between her and Drake, but she isn't totally innocent either. People started sharing screenshots of the time Kim and Drake openly flirted with each other via Instagram captions. Drake posted a photo of himself with the caption, "I'm shy." And then, of course, Kim pops up just a few minutes later with a thirst trap talking about, "I'm really shy." But Drake didn't stop there, though. He had a lot of people gagging and guessing when he referenced his affair with Kim in his song Grease, where he rapped, "Rolls Royce baby in Hidden Hills, bags full of $100 bills. Jogging past your wife and she gets chills." And just like the time Drake name-dropped Kim in My Feelings, Kanye called out Drake, saying he says things like this to deliberately make him upset, and then later turns around and acts like he doesn't know why he's mad.
I had this conversation where Drake is like, I never fucked him. But I was like, but you acted like you did. You got bars that's like Hidden Hills, give your wife the chills. You doing all kind of, it's like somebody throwing a marble and hiding their hand or something like that. It's like all that's disrespectful.
Y'all actually had this conversation?
We had this conversation. And this is all, and to the point where Kim be like, I don't listen to this no more. This acting like he and like, never really had that conversation. Oh, I never him. Did you ever DM her?
And now that Kim is finally free from Kanye, fans are saying she's out here acting out and desperately trying to get Drake's attention. She was recently spotted embarrassing herself at Drake's concert after he snubbed her. This had a lot of people talking, like this person who said, "Love how Drake completely ignores her." And another person who also said, "The delusion in her eyes," thinking Drake was about to stop. And now sources are saying Drake has had enough of Kim and doesn't have any desire to be with her anymore. He sees her as a run-through ex-wife and prefers younger and less famous women.
You're not gonna marry someone that's not famous, right?
It doesn't have to be someone famous. Why? I probably will end up marrying somebody that's not famous. Famous people really aren't that, aren't that anything. They're not that intriguing. Huh?
You're not that anything or that intriguing?
No, I'm an anomaly.
Apparently, Kim has also been on a spiral ever since Kanye moved on with his new wife, Bianca. She thought Kanye was still gonna be running after her, but seeing him move on so fast makes her mad. And she tried to make him jealous with Pete Davidson, but since that failed, she's now going back to trying to use Drake. However, Drake is not interested and has pushed her to the curb too. But the fact that Drake does not want Kim anymore doesn't mean he doesn't mind using her as a pawn against Kanye. In fact, Drake recently added a conversation between Kim and Kris Jenner on his song Search and Rescue, where she was talking about how content she was about her decision to divorce Kanye.
I didn't come this far just to come this far and not be happy.
And if this wasn't bad enough, Kim was also spotted passionately reciting her quote on Drake's Search and Rescue about why she dumped Kanye. Kim is obviously trying to get Kanye riled up again, but he ain't taking the bait. I mean, y'all have to remember, outside of all of this messy drama, Drake and Kanye have hated each other for so long. It's not surprising that Drake would use Kim to spite Kanye. And as long as Kim continues to be obsessed with Drake, he's gonna keep using her. And also, it's kind of weird that Kim is out here doing the most and attending a Drake concert when she knows that the father of her kids can't stand this man. Anyways, a lot of people have their own 2 cents to give about this whole messy drama, and they did not come to play. Like this one person who dragged Kim by saying, "My heart is hurt for Kanye. He genuinely loved her and appreciated her, regardless if she was a pass around. If you remember, he didn't want kids with Kim. He was pretty much forced to marry her. He tried to make things work. He realized it wasn't for him." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Kanye exposing Kim's scary obsession with Drake? Also, how do you feel about Drake rejecting Kim and going for younger girls? As always, do not forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.